In this video, we are going to explore some thought experiments, mostly centered around the mind, awareness, desires, randomness, the material world, our restless lives, breaking free from biases, transcending conditioning, and ultimately gaining freedom from all of it. I am seeker like everyone else, simply trying to express these thoughts in a clear and intuitive way. I don't claim that everything I say is the final truth. I am just sharing my observations and analysis, which currently appear rational and well considered, based on deep reflection. Still, I remain open to the possibility that they could be challenged or refined with a new insight in the future. Together, we can search for answers to suffering. Alright, let's begin. The mind, as I understand from my observations, is not confined to the brain alone. It is a distributed phenomenon encompassing the entire body. It involves the brain's neural activity, the memory systems, the biochemical processes, and the fluctuating energy states that we often interpret as restlessness, emotion, or vitality. Self-talk, the inner dialogue we constantly experience, is not merely a mental process. It arises from a combination of memory, emotional chemistry, bodily sensations, and learned patterns. When a person begins to observe this internal chatter with awareness, these automatic and other random processes begin to pass through a new filter, which is conscious examination. This shift of becoming aware can sometimes emerge spontaneously, possibly influenced by the randomness inherent in nature and the body. But it can also be indirectly guided by the presence and influence of wise individuals in society. Their knowledge, though not always directly experienced, can spark introspection and the stirring of awareness in others. A more plausible interpretation is that existence, as we experience it, is the product of random processes, biological evolution, environmental interaction, and chance configurations. Yet, out of this randomness, complex life arises and begins to assign meaning and importance to things, leading to the construction of society and the pursuit of desires. People caught in these patterns often believe deeply in the significance of their roles, goals, and identities. But these are ultimately fleeting, impermanent, and conditioned by randomness, rather than any inherent importance. When an individual becomes aware of impermanent and illusory nature of the material world, a natural detachment can emerge, not one of rejection, but of clarity. The only meaningful engagement that remains is the sharing of truth and the transmission of insight. This too becomes effortless and it flows naturally. Nothing is 100% truth. When we put our experiences, knowledge, and interpretations into language, they lose some of their original intent. Yet they are still useful because they help convey a significant amount of meaning. What I share through sentences, words, might sound confident, as if what's being said is the final truth or conclusion. But please understand, to express something in words, it has to take a certain structure, and that often makes it seem more definite than it truly is. I share these thoughts because to me, they seem relatively more accurate within the framework of thought experiments. But they are not absolute. Please treat these reflections as a part of shared experiment, not as unquestionable truths. Everyone can introspect and find answers to their questions. These are just perspectives to probe thought, and in the end, observe, analyze, and introspect, always with honesty.